Hi Ndala, welcome. So, still in our dream series, I wanted to touch into on a couple of questions that have been asked to me and talk about a specific topic. So, first of all, the questions that were asked to me was about, how to use monoatomic gold, how to use all kind of crystals or herbs and things like that. I'll say this, when you're starting with dream work and you're starting to wanting to explore your dream, I'll say don't use any of that. Don't use anything at all. Just go to sleep and see what happens. To me, I see all of these other external tool, external energies come in as you manage. If you're not able to remember your dream, you're not able to, you are scared of going to sleep, you are, all kind of different things going on with you. You better just focus on clearing all of that before including anything external and extra. And I'll say this, my experience has been that as melanated people, a lot of melanated people are able to do lucid dreaming, all the different things without having to resort to any other artifices. I for myself, I've never taken monoatomic gold to do anything else. I don't ingest that kind of stuff because I don't need it. I every time have discussion with people who do and why they're using it and what they're using it for, I see that I'm already able to do what they're trying to achieve. So sometimes also I think that people resort to these kind of quick fix, I'll say, like herbs and monoatomic gold and all the kind of stuff, all the kind of elements, before even doing the internal work that needs to be done. Sometimes it is just a matter of you looking at your habits. Sometimes, people who can't remember the dream, sometimes it's because they're eating way too late. So a lot of the energy is going to their stomach and they're not able to actually get and go where they need to go or want to go. A lot of people also is just because you're being drained all day so that at night you don't have the enough energy to remember what went on. Sometimes it is because what you've experienced was so traumatic that you're not able to remember it as a mechanism to protect yourself. So there may be very many reasons why you can't remember your dreams. Some people will say because your pineal gland is so calcified, different things, but I think that's so basic that there are so many other things that you can look at and work on, and as you work on those things, it will help you know yourself better, rather than just taking some monoatomic gold. Because also you don't know how far it's going to propel you, how far it's going to take you, and maybe, if you're not already able to control and experience your own mundane dreaming state, or that's what I call the mundane dreaming state, you don't want to be propelled into astral traveling because of the substance that you've taken, just because you will be even in less of a control. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos of people who said they took that monoatomic gold and they end up astral traveling to some other places where they are feeling attacked, or and they were just praying to get back here. And to me it's kind of such of an irresponsible thing to do, because if you're not already mastering your own realm and your own self, I don't think you have kind of quite a business to just go and venture out without even having some protective tool or protective tools with you to cope when you're feeling like there's negative energies around you, whether it is physically here in this plane or in the astral plane on the dream world. So this is just something to really take in consideration, especially if you are melanated. You have all of the juices and the conducive energy for you to be able to do this without having any external form. Now, I did experiment and I do regularly use crystal for dream work and other things, because I am at the point where I remember my dreams, I know where I'm going, I know what I'm doing and all the different things, so I don't need some external things. When I'm doing crystal work or herb or anything like that, is because I'm going to be going to my dream to do something specific, and the herb is actually something that's going to be assisting me in whatever I'm going to be doing. The stone is going to assist me as well in whatever I'm going to be doing, or sometimes when I want to connect with the stone in a different way, I'll do some dream work with it. I don't do it with all of my crystals or all my stones. I do it when with certain selected stones, but it's just for me. Take a step back and start at the beginning. Start within yourself. Start to try to journal your dreams. See the pattern. On my other videos about 5 things to remember, to know, to consider about dream interpretation, I mentioned that when you are journaling your dreams or looking into different patterns in terms of where the planets are, what the moon affects, all the different kind of things, going to give you already a lot of information about yourself, a lot of information about your dream state. So it's important to take advantage of that. And then once you feel like you mastered that, or that you're bored of doing the same thing over and over and over again, then you can start incorporating some of the different elements, certain herbs that are going to give you maybe a different experience, a shift you, or help you do something else. Or even if you get to work with ancestors, bringing certain herbs can also be kind of a way for you to work with them. Some of them may actually enjoy that and like that. Some of them may even ask you to bring certain herbs and crystals and stuff like that. But just know why you're doing it. So you don't do anything just because you saw a couple of videos on YouTube and you're thinking that you're going to have the same exact experience as this person. Always remember that our path is an individual path. Even if we take everything that someone else is taking, our experience may nevertheless be very different and very unique, just because of the being that we are individually, even though we're all connected. So that was for the questions that's being asked. Now for the topic. I'm asking you, are you going to sleep, or are you falling asleep? And this is a great question to ask yourself. Like, some people are dreading the moment to go to sleep. They try to stay awake any kind of way. They're going to watch TV. Some people cannot sleep even without the TV off, or without having some music playing in the background. Some people are fearing just falling asleep. So it's basically they're literally falling asleep, in the sense that they don't remember when they fell asleep. They just wake up on their books. They just wait until they're so exhausted that they can't fight anymore, and they're just being dragged into it, as I call it sometimes. As opposed to other people who are actually going to sleep. They actually had a good day, and now they're ready to go to bed and go in there consciously. They don't need to have any kind of sound around them, or any kind of incense and smells and all kind of things. They're just able to put on the pajama, do their night routine, and then sleep in their bed, and then just be able to just like that fall asleep and be on their merry way. So it's just something for you to think about. Sometimes it is an unconscious phenomenon where we don't really realize that we are trying to push back the time where we're going to go to sleep. Some people noticed that they were kind of finding any kind of excuse under the sun in the books in order not to have to go to sleep. A little bit like a child, when you tell them it's time to go to sleep, they're going to want to go to the bathroom, they want to go and drink water, or do all kind of things not to have to go to bed. But it is something to look into, because the state that you're in before you go to bed may impact the quality of your sleep. It may impact even what kind of message you're going to get and what kind of dreams you're going to get. So it's important to take that process to know that go to sleep at a point where at a moment in the night where you need it. That's another part, because a lot of people will say, you have to go to sleep at 10 o'clock or whatever o'clock. I will say you have to go to sleep when you need to go to sleep. And that may be different for everybody. That may be different for each person. Like, I'm a morning person, but I'm also a really night person. So sometimes my sleeping pattern and sleeping hours are very different from other people. So I'm not saying you have to have your 8 hours of sleep. I don't even know if you... I don't need 8 hours of sleep, or I will have different block of time to sleep. So it's all about you knowing your sleeping pattern, knowing the amount of rest that you need in one night or throughout the day, in order for you to feel rested, to feel energized, and not to have such a negative impact or downside to that. And so try to make your night routine be a sacred moment. And as we dive into this dream work series, I will have a video on night routine, spiritual twist, to make it a sacred routine. The things you can do that are much more a little bit on the spiritual side, preparing you to go on the dream realm. So I hope this video was helpful. As usual, leave me your comments and your messages. I'll be happy to exchange with you. And if you have the kind of experiences where you dread going to sleep, or you fall asleep super fast, sometimes when you even don't expect it, let me know in the comment below. See you in the next.